Welcome to Crawl or No Crawl. This is Carolyn Holzman. Today is September 21st, day 9 of the announced September Core update, and day 2 of the product reviews update. Yes, that happened yesterday. I heard about it late yesterday morning, and I've been scratching my head ever since. I literally cannot believe that this is possible, but I have an idea, and I'm just commenting here. I've added in another line. Never had to notate 2 updates happening at the same time. But I have an idea, but first we'll go through all the test data. Today is a test day. What you're looking at is the data log where I notate the dates when new content is launched and the times when the index request is made. It goes through the Google indexing API, and then I track the bots to see if they crawl the new content and then keep track of how long it takes for new content to be able to be served. And so today's new content was published. Everything went well. Publish, request, and crawl confirmed. Overnight, it looks like we had the Pages Search Console report update, and that's been updated up till September 19th. So if you go into your Google Search Console and select the Pages report, you'll see above the middle frame up on the right, you'll see that our dates match. They did that last night. Okay, so let's look at the bots. I feel like this is so sad. So the primary presence is with the Google desktop bot that crawls the directive files. That's this one here. That's the robots text, the who, what, when, where, and how instructions from a website as to what Google can not only crawl, but what they are permitted to index. And pretty much everybody else is out to lunch. It's an incredibly low number of bots. Normally, I was thinking like 60 was low, but this is like interestingly low, shall we say? All right, so let's go back. Now, since yesterday was another day of that continued low instances, and they announced this product review update, and they did it on Twitter, and they also very quickly followed up by saying, oh, we're still rolling out the September Core update. And this is what they said, and I quote, if you see a change and wonder if it's related to the Core update or the product reviews update, if you produce product reviews, I guess, and you see a change, then your changes are probably related to the product review part of this update. And if not, then it might be related to the Core update. Okay, so I put on my tinfoil hat, and I started thinking, how can 2 updates run at the same time and not, to borrow the phrase, cross the streams and potentially contaminate the results? So if something went wrong, and we know it does sometimes, like an update can go too far and they like to back it up. So how would they know which one of these 2 updates caused it in order to correct for it? And if we know what we got hit by based on what type of content we produce, maybe these product review updates aren't typically what we think of as an update. Hear me out. What if the product review, and I'm using quotes, update, takes place outside of the rendering and scoring portion of the Google indexing system and works in the serving portion of the indexing system or process? What if, hang in there, what if the product review update is really a filter? What if it's a syndication filter? Not sentiment, it's like finding the same content everywhere, and it's a filter that they can tighten up or loosen at will. Those that know me know my favorite pet peeve in SEO is when SEOs use the term duplicate content when talking about putting the same content on different sites. But that's not duplicate content, which is when you put the same content on the same domain. But it's more of syndication filters, more what happens with press releases. Google sees all of those press releases, but they do not serve them in the index. They typically filter out 1 or 2, filter out them all except, I guess, for 1 or 2. And the same thing, a domain, there's a limit of 2 pages can show in the served index, like result 1 and result 2, but that's all. Now, if it were a filter, that could explain how they could keep these updates separate and run them at the same time without contaminating either. So how else could they say you'll know which update hit you because of what you do? If you produce product reviews, then it's probably related to that. And if you don't, well, it's probably related to the core update. Now, historically, this is the 5th time that they're running the content through the product review update. I'll list the dates in the description, but it started April 8th, 2021, and we've had 3 so far this year. March, July, and of course the one they said started yesterday. So if it's a filter, that makes sense. People are joking about, hey, what's wrong with Google? You keep running this thing. Can't you get it right? So while I'm not seeing any indication of the type of crawling that we normally see during an update, I don't think the product review feature is a specific resorting. I think it's a filtering based on that same syndication process they do with press releases. So there, I said it. Okay, well, subscribe to get more reports just like this one from the front line of new content indexation testing. And if you're looking for more SEO content, check out Confessions of an SEO podcast. New episodes launch every Friday at 8 a.m. And last week's show was called The Telling of the Bees. I'll put a link so you can check it out. Or you can simply Google Confessions of an SEO. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Great to talk to you. Let's check tomorrow. Bye.